So I start the recording. In this recording, we'll be learning how to add multiple customers, vendors, or items and services in QuickBook. So that's very easy. Let's say if you are already working with the QuickBook, already working with some accounts, or you are using any Excel sheet for your, or using your physical ledgers or registers for your customers' details and the transactions. So now this is the time that you are transferring your data into the QuickBook. So there are chances that maybe you have the Excel sheets that contains the data, or maybe some physical register from where you'll be typing the data inside the computer. So how can you do that? Very easy. You have, if you want to add customers, multiple customers, you'll go to the customers. And then you can see in the edit area, you go to the edit, like in the, when you're in the customer center, go to edit tab. And here you can see add or edit multiple customers. So if you click it, you will be on this screen. So let me show you other ways. Another way is if you right click and then select add or edit multiple customer. If you click it, you are again on the same screen. The third way is if you click the if you click the new customers and job, and then here you'll find one more button, add multiple customer jobs. If you click it, again you are in the same screen. So it doesn't matter that from where you try to, you can say which button you click, but you will always fall in this screen. So once you're in this screen, let's say you have an Excel sheet, then you can just simply copy the data from there and paste it here. Or if you have the data on your physical ledgers, then you need to keep typing, click OK. And then you can keep typing like Mr. X, his company name, other details. So you don't have to save one by one each customers. Why? Because when you are saving one by one customer, it will take quite a lot of time. But here you'll be just simply typing all the information and you keep moving towards right. And once you enter all the details, simply you can select save changes. So let's learn how to, this is one way, like physically you can type the data here. And then once you type all the data, maybe thousands of data, and then once you type it, you can simply click save changes. But if you have thousands of customer in the Excel, you can also copy paste. So how can you copy paste? Simply go to the place where you have saved that data. Let's say for this exercise, we have one customer's file, customer's Excel file from where I show you how to copy the data, and then you can paste it here. So first thing, what you do, you need to have an Excel sheet or Excel data wherein all the information about your customers are there. So let me go to that specific sheet. So I have this exercise on my classes in progress area. And here we have this folder QB18 SCF. And then in this one, we have all the exercises. Within those exercises, we have the customers data. So customer starts with C. So you will find as soon as the C comes in. So after AYS, you will find customer list, double click. And here you can see all the customers are here. The first thing you need to do is to make sure that all the information which is in this Excel sheet is in sync with the headings of the QuickBook. So let me make it a little bit smaller in size, and then we'll be matching. So first thing you are seeing here in my Excel sheet, the first heading is name. So you need to make sure that the heading in the QuickBook is also name. The second heading is company name. Here is also company name. Here is Mr. and Mrs. So here is Mr. and Mrs. Then middle initial, first name, then middle initial, last name. You can see the sequence is exactly the same as I have in the Excel sheet. Let's say if my fax number, which is here, let me delete it. And then you can see after phone number, there's alternate phone number. Here we have phone number and then fax number. So what is the impact of it? If I go right, here you can see my phone number and then alternate phone number, and then alternate. There is one more box, which is fax number. So the problem is I don't have it here. Let's see what would happen if I don't match the headings entirely. and let me copy the data from here. I'll copy from here. I select the first you can say data, and then I press the shift key with the keyboard, and I press the down arrow key. So it select one by one. Then I go select right arrow key, and I go all the way to the right corner. So my last heading is bill 5. So I have selected all the data. You can see that I have not selected the heading. Why? Because heading is already here. I don't need headings. I only need the data. So that's why I've only selected the name of the customers and their information. And then I'm just selecting copy. So either you can select copy from here, or you can select Control C. Both will work, and then come back to this screen and then paste it in this area. Control V. And here you will see the difference, because we have the fax number here, and we did not have the fax number in our previous sheet in the Excel. So what it has done, instead of alternate phone number, it has put all the emails in that place. And of course, later on, all the data is now in the wrong place. You can see in my CC email is actually the data which is bill 2. And then you can see all the data is now address line, and everything has now changed. So that is the reason whenever we are transferring the data, we first make sure that all the headings are aligned, like the headings in the what's it called, in the QuickBook is aligned with the headings in our Excel. So let me close it without saving. Now I'll do it one more time. So last time I showed you with the edit tabs. Again, I go with the edit tab and then add multiple customers. This time I'll add this. So let's say I have this Excel sheet, but I now realize that I need to have a phone number between main phone number and alternate phone number. So we can always add one column, insert, insert. So I can click insert so that I have one column comes here, which is for the fax number. And then I can copy the data from here and paste it in the QuickBook. There's one more thing. This is not the only thing that you can do. Exactly the same way that I have done in Excel, I added one you can say one column here. You can also do the similar thing in the QuickBook. So you can see here, if you have these columns and you don't need the fax, let's say you don't need the fax. So what you can simply go to customize columns. And then here you can see all the items that are here in the sequence are visible here. Let's say you need the account number, select it, and then click add. And if you don't need the fax number, just select it and then select remove. So once you are adding, it is just pushing that item from here to here. And when you are removing, it is just pushing that item from this place to the back to the main column area. So it doesn't deleting anything. It's only moving your items from one place to another. And these are the items, or these are the columns, or these are the headings which will be part of your headings of the column headings. So let's say I want to remove this fax. I can click remove and then click OK. And now you can see the after phone number, the alternate phone number is there, fax number is gone from here. And then if you come here, email is there, CC email, bill 2, bill 3, bill 4, bill 5. And in the last, account number is also visible. So it's all depends on what you want in your QuickBooks. So let's say I again go there and I want to remove this account number. I can go to customize column. I want to remove it. I can select account number and then remove. So once I remove it, it come back to my left side in the account number. And now I want my fax number back. So we can select fax and then click add. So now fax come all the way down, but we need fax between main phone number and alternate phone number, right? So we can simply click move up and then it will go to its right place. So now you can see main phone number and alternate phone number has fax number visible again in the center. So just click OK. Click OK. So now you have fax number visible in the previous place again. So now let's copy paste the data. So here is the actual learning. We are just copying pasting whatever the information we have. So again, I select the first item. I can select by, I press the shift key and I'm selecting the down arrow key until the last name, and then I'm selecting the right arrow key all the way to the last information I have. And then I can say Control C, and then I can go to the Excel QuickBook and say Control V. Another way of selecting is using the mouse. So you can select the first one, and then you can keep dragging your mouse towards right until you have selected the entire of the data. So both of these will work. Don't get confused. Like, you can either use a mouse to select the data, or you can use your keyboard and on the keyboard shift and arrow keys to select the data. Once you have selected it, simply click copy, which is here, or you can select Control C, whatever is easier for you. So once you are done with the copying, come to the QuickBook here, and then see the first data we have here is the name. Make sure that you have selected the first data here, and you have already make sure that all that data is aligned with the Excel sheet. Select here and press Control V. Either you can do the Control V or right click and paste, or edit and paste. All of these will work. So as soon as I click it, all the data that was in the like Excel is now copied in the QuickBook as well. So you can see now the phone numbers, fax, email is on its right place. Name of the person is there. Their addresses are here. So we are good. So here we have updated all the information. So once you are happy with your change, or you can say addition, simply click Save Changes. And system will confirm you that 9 customers have been added. I think I have a customer who has a mistake. So let me select OK. So when I was selecting, maybe I have selected the last column that does not have any name. So system is give me the warning that I have selected the last column that doesn't have any name. So I don't need it. So I'm just closing it down without saving. You have unsaved customer. Do you want to save them? No. So now we have the previous customers which were there. Now they are saved. So now that's how you can save multiple customers. We do the same practice for multiple vendors. So very easy. If you want to add multiple vendors from the Excel, very easy. Simply click vendors and then go to edit tab, and then go to edit multiple vendors. And then you can start adding exactly the same way. Either if it is in your physical ledgers like books or somewhere, you can click it and then start typing the information about the vendors, keep updating. Once you update the entire data, simply say save and close. The other way is, the first thing I show you is from the edit tab, edit and edit multiple vendors. You can also do the right click and then add or edit multiple multiple suppliers or vendors. They are both same. Or you can also go with the add vendor portion and then select add multiple vendors. So all of these 3 options will work the same way. So previously in the previous for customers, I used the edit tab and I added the multiple customers. For this screen, I'll be using my right click. So I can go with the right click and then edit multiple suppliers. So now I have to go to my Excel sheet where the data of my suppliers are. So for this exercise, again, we have a specific list of vendors. So actually I have saved a lot of data on the internet. So not internet, while I was copying pasting, system is telling me, do I want to keep them on the system's memory? We can do it, but it makes the system a little bit slower. So I'm just selecting that I don't want this data to be remembered by the system. So my system will work a little bit faster. And now I have a customer list here. I want to work with the vendors list. I go to the vendors list here. I keep going because these are all in alphabetical orders. So you can see there's E, R, T, and then the vendor list. We can click the vendor list. And when the vendor list is open, I can start again exactly the same way. I can select all the vendors. select by pressing the shift key and the down arrow key. And now I'm moving towards the right side, which is the right arrow key using. And when I select the entire data, it could be 10 files, 100 files, 1,000 files. So I don't right now remember how many files you can transfer, but you can easily transfer more than 100 files very easily. Or maybe like 500 files or 600 files is very easy to transfer. Simply press Control C, and then you can see the data is like a dotted line that shows that you have already copied it. System has already taken over this data, and now we have to paste it in our QuickBooks. So come to the QuickBook, and then make sure that you have start selecting from the name. So you'll pasting it in the name. One more thing, I by chance missed to tell you this thing, but yeah, this is also very important. When you are copy pasting the data, you see you are saving a lot of time. Like you are saving like almost 3-4 hours by just copy pasting, or maybe more hours. Like you not in hours, maybe you are saving the work of many days. So it's always good to just make sure that the headings are in the same sequence. Otherwise, if the data is gone in the wrong place, the entire time saving will be go wasted. So what you can do, make sure that the headings are same. Vendor name, vendor name. It could be name, it could be vendor name. So you don't have to worry about it. It doesn't mean that exactly matching the name. It only means that the items are similar. Like here, the name, we have the name. Company name, company name. Mr. and Mrs., Mr. Mrs. First name, middle initial, middle initial. Last name, last name. And we keep going, making sure that all the headings in there are matching. So let me show you how you can do that. So we already checked until last name. So you can just move your cursor towards right until your last name is there. And then you can open bring the Excel sheet back again. And then you can see after last name, main phone number, fax, alternate phone. So you can see they're all in sequence. Then email, then address 1, address 2, email address 1, address 2, address 3. So keeps going. So once you are sure that the data is in the same heading orders, then you can simply select the copy button, or you can let me. So once you have selected it, you make sure that the headings are in the same series, and now you can say Control C, or you can go with this one and then select copy, whatever is easy for you. So once you have selected, come back to the vendors, select it, and then press Control V. And here you can see the data is copied. If it was 100 vendors data or something, you can see how much time you have saved just by copy pasting. So that's the way of copying the data from Excel to your QuickBook. Let me save changes. And now click OK. So now we have updated the vendors. You can close it. If I have to do similar thing, like the third thing, which is similar in adding multiple information, is items and services. So if you want to add multiple items and services, simply click it, and then again go to Edit tab, and then select Edit multiple items, or you can do right click, add or edit multiple items, or you can click items and select add or edit multiple items. So you can, again, we have already worked with the Edit tab, we already worked with the right click. So this time I'll be adding multiple items using our add or edit multiple items. So in the previous exercises for customers and vendors, we have copied and pasted the data from Excel. In this one, we'll be practicing how to add or edit, you can say, multiple data from the physical registers. So let's do that part. So we are adding some items and services of our business. So how can we add them? Simply click in the next line, which is blank, because these lines already have data. So we don't click on these lines. We select a new line, and then we start typing the information. 100 corporate event. And then this is, so whenever we so we are creating multiple items together. So keep going right side, and the income from this one, will be coming to corporate event. So I can just simply type corporate, and here I have corporate events. The next one is wedding. So I want to add one more item, which is 200 wedding. So again, I want to make it as a whatever the income I be earning from here will be going to my weddings income. So I have selected weddings. The third one is Sweet 16. Sweet 16, so I have created one more item. I can simply put its income in the Sweet 16 income. So now I have added these items as my different type of sales. Now I'll be adding two more items. One is 400 photo booth, 1 hour. And the sales price for this item is $25. Click tab. It will directly go to my sales income. Why? Because it is not part of my corporate event. It is not part of my wedding event. It is not part of my birthday event. So it is generally it is my general sales income. Then I have 500 video, 1 hour. And this one is $50. Then again, the money I earn from this one will go to my general sales income pool. So if I earn something from this corporate event, wedding or Sweet 16, it will be going to the small buckets so that I know that from which item I earn. But for the general earning, like for the photo booth 1 hour or video of 1 hour, because it may be many customers who has different events. So if I am going with those events, then I can just add them in this area. So once it is done, I can simply click OK. And now my items are saved. Click close. So what we have learned if I want to add multiple items, we can do that. If we have this list of items in our Excel sheet, the process would be exactly the same. We should have copied from there and paste it in our added multiple items services screen. But right now, as you know, that we didn't have that data in Excel, so we have typed by ourselves. In this exercise, we'll be learning one more item, which is let's say if we have a lot of different type of services. So let's say we have one service as corporate event, the other one as wedding, the third one as Sweet 16. So we are having 3 different type of services. So we want to put all of these services in part of it. Let's say in my corporate event, I am selling services for the base packages, then mid packages, and then the ultra packages. So it means I have multiple packages for each type of service. This is what we normally find when we go to let's say if we go to some place, they will give us the option whether you want to go with the regular pass or monthly pass, or maybe for the dodge the line pass or something like that. So when you are thinking of paying some extra money, you are getting one extra benefit. Exactly the same way, let's say we have multiple packages and each package has different categories. One is the base package. The second is, let's say, a little bit expensive, but may give you more options. The third option is higher. But all in all, they're all for the similar item. Let's say if I put all of these different type of things separately, if a customer comes in, then I have to show him the entire of my services. If he came for the birthday party or something, but I'll be showing him the entire of my list, that we have corporate, we have wedding, we have this and that. So it will be a waste of time. So what we can do, we can club all the relevant items together. So this is what we are trying to do here. We have one corporate event, we have the wedding, we have the Sweet 16. So we are selling our services in 3 categories. So we have these 3 categories. Now we'll put all the items under corporate event. So all the items of corporate event under corporate, all the items of wedding under wedding, all the items of Sweet 16 package under Sweet 16. So this is what we are trying to do in the next step. So how you can do that? So right now, what we are doing, we are trying to, you can say, we are trying to do it. We can do it one by one. So let's say if I want to make this corporate base package as the sub item of corporate event, I can do that. I can simply select this one, right click, edit item, and in here I can select sub item of, and I can select copy to name. But this way will take a lot of time. So what we can do, we can again go to the edit tab, edit multiple items. And now we have the screen. And in this area, we can select which item we want to make the sub item of what. So let's say this is the corporate base package. We can click here and then type here corporate. And here you can see corporate comes up. Select. So this is heading is my main heading. And this one is my subheading. How do I know? My parent account is 100. My parent account is 200. My parent account is 300. This is 110. Maybe 120 will be for the mid package. 130 maybe for the top of the line package. Exactly the same at 200 is my mother account, or sorry, parent account. And then 210 is my base package. And then 220 may be my mid package. 230 will be my top of the line package or ultra package. So now I can add the items directly in the add or edit multiple items area. So 210, this is the wedding package. Just click here and just type wedding, and it comes here. Sweet 16, I want to make it the sub item of 300 sweet 16. I can select it. So I have in all of these, I have selected the name like corporate or wedding. In this one, I'll be selecting the number. So I can type 300, and here you can see it comes up. You can select by the name or the number, whatever you want. So once it is done, we are good with it. We can also add more items. So let's say I want to add 120, and that is corporate ultra package. And corporate ultra package is the sub item of corporate. So I can just type corporate, comes up. Rate is 175. And the income we earn from this one will be going to our corporate event. So simply type here corporate. The second income that we are bringing here is 220, and this is about wedding ultra package, and the event will be 200 wedding. So you can type, I just type 200. It gave me the information. Click tab, and then this will be our wedding income. So wedding. So now we have the third item, which is 320. This one is sweet 16 ultra package, and that is 300. Sweet 16 tab. The amount is 200. This amount is 250. I missed it. And then the income that we earn will be going to our sales income, Sweet 16 area. So once you have updated all the information, if you are adding it one by one, it would have taken a lot of time. But since we are doing it in the multiple addition or editing area, so you can see we have done it very fast. A lot of items we have added. We have edited a lot in one go. And now we want to save it. So simply say save changes. 6 services have been saved. Click OK. And now you can close it. So what is the impact of it? You can see all the items are now coming under one area. Like 100 has 110, 120, 200 has 210, 220, 300 has 310, 320 is a little bit away. So if you have the similar situation, don't get panic. Simply click this name area one time. And now you have 100, these two, 200, these two, 300, these two, then 400 and 500. So that's how you can add or added multiple items in the QuickBooks. Any question?
No, I'm following.
So let me stop.